Welcome to Sleeveless with Sepe Saladino and Frank Sepe. We're training back today.
Ooh.
Right?
It's a consecutive weeks of legs.
Yes.
Now we're just an example that we're calling an audible, right? I mean, we're
gonna do legs, but you guys want us to do back.
and our legs are a little beat up. So
Yeah.
we're gonna train legs some more.
Don's from hockey, mine from hot yoga, twisting and whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this back workout just in time for summer. So when you're going in the water, people can see you from the back. Right? So you gotta be on point.
Get them
You
cuts.
can't back into the ocean. You don't want to back in, you want to show up the back.
My God, I haven't done this bar in so long. That actually feels awesome.
There you go. See that? A little bit wider than shoulder width. See that? Full extension, full squeeze on the bottom. No herky jerky, throwing it up. Good form. Yes. Good set.
Thank you, coach.
There you go.
It's fun about back too. It's in my opinion, I think it's one of the hardest muscle groups to connect with, especially if you're a newbie to all this, right? It's like flexing your bicep, that's easy. Contracting and relax is a little bit more difficult. So, it's just something that just take your time and focus. And you see Frank doesn't have a problem in that area. He really is probably, I think, one of the most impressive body parts. I mean, everyone's always talking about chest and shoulders, but if you see someone with a high quality back, right, Frank, that kind of
Oh, totally.
separate the.
Totally. Most shows are one from the back too if you're competing also, but it's one of the most neglected body parts too because you don't see it.
Right.
Until people train to show me, to show, body parts. Like your arms are always showing, so you train arms. But back. So, gotta train the back. Symmetry. Just warming up here. I've got a couple of nice high rep sets.
What'd you do there?
I didn't even count. I stopped around 12, 15. Yeah, just trying to go for a squeeze at the bottom. Warm up. See how I feel. See that? That's from cupping. Acupuncture. Nice. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Back. So what do we got on here?
I don't know. Just keep putting it up a plate every set. Frank and I like going on where you go in the beginning.
Yep. I like how long this is if I get a full extension on top.
Yeah, that's why I got this machine.
Love it.
I mean, Hamstring did a great job. This is like a 9-foot rack. So for those of you out there that are really tall or have long arms, you have the problem bottoming out. You won't have that problem here.
Yeah, you can see how high it is. Back in the day, they'd be about here.
Yeah.
So I'd have to actually sit on the floor to get a full extension with my arms.
No, it's so true. This machine's actually, like, for some people that are shorter, they have to stand up on here.
I think
to be able to grab it.
in 1990, the average height of a man was 5'8". Machines were made. There we go.
Here we go.
See, look at his thumb placement. That's interesting.
Sometimes I do a false grip. I feel it.
Yeah, see that? Switching it up. Variation. Squeeze. That's it. Nice. Tell Don's thoroughly annoyed by this.
His shirt. This is an XL too. But like, for example, I would have ordered this in a double X if I knew it was this tight.
This is actually a double X. So I got it. So it's good for another 2 washes before I gotta throw it in the garbage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like shirts that are like so skin tight.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little too Guido for me. So.
Like a bench shirt. The guys wear
Can you imagine before sleeveless, like we have to put our shirts on each other. I'm like pulling it over your head.
Oh, God.
I never understood that with bench shirts or wraps or sleeves. Like, don't you think it should all be raw? Like,
Oh, 100%.
like what is it? Okay. I could bench 200 extra pounds with a shirt on. Like, not to take away from these guys, but it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I'm not going to tell you the guy's name, but we were in Vegas. The guy was 250. He's like, I got to get a shirt. Got to get a shirt. Went into the store. It's 250. No legs, all over body. Took 3 of us to put the shirt on. Medium. He was like this.
What was his? I heard when they take the shirts off, they're all like they're all screwed up.
The sales lady, myself, and he tried to put it on. He wore it 3 days through the Olympia. Never took it off. I don't know how he got it off. He was on a plane in the same shirt. All right. How long?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is technically our 4th set, but we're not counting. Let's go. On that. Excellent form. Even though he's going heavy, you see he's getting full extension. Excellent. Perfect. You guys, don't hold your breath. I see so many people online, once the weight gets heavy, they're like holding their breath and their head changing colors. It's like, you gotta keep breathing. I like to do my 6-second yoga breath. Come on. Come on. Stretch.
Yep.
Keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up. Why does Sepe have a circle on his shoulder?
Why does Sepe have a circle on his shoulder?
Cupping.
Cupping. It's very useful.
I thought she was going to set me on fire. So she's lighting it up.
Oh, yeah.
In the bowls. I've always done it. But I'm on like this flimsy, made of hay pillowcase.
Yeah.
I was like, easy lady. Set me on fire. People want to know how much weight that is? 190. 190.
Oh,
Here we go. Piece of cake is done. Going for reps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you only did 10 because I can only count in Spanish.
What's it go? 11?
No.
12, 13, 14?
These days I gotta get a job on a Spanish cruise line.
Oh my God.
As a trainer.
It's funny, this doesn't get easier.
No.
I feel like the pull down, every time you do it, you connect with it a little more. It gets more intense. Like your back feels like it's gonna blow up.
You gotta have those warm-up sets because you gotta get it to get to this point.
Yeah, you gotta almost let it collect a little bit. Oh no.
I'm locked in.
Oh no, Frank.
Oh no. Ooh.
Keep coming.
Ooh. Huh?
Come on.
Huh?
Good. So where do we start there? We had.
Was that 5th or 6th set?
That was our fifth. I think we went 10, 30, 50, 70, 90. That was our fifth set.
5th set. I'm gonna do
What do you want to do?
set of 30.
Yeah. Want to cut it down?
Yeah.
Cut it in half?
Yes, sir.
So let's go. We're at 190. So let's go to 90.
90 for 30.
Yeah.
Around.
I like the higher up set. Fun.
I can't believe. Let's go. It just sounds different now. Listen. See? Like when Arnold in Commando, he's like, what'd you do? You can smell them coming? I can tell. He comes upstairs and like, Don's using 90. I can tell. How did you know he's using 90? Come on. Use your method. Counting fives. Come on. You got it. Put yourself in a happy place. On a tricycle. Come on. Nice. Tara, look at this back. No one talks about Saladino's back. Very underrated.
Ooh, thanks.
Look at the width. Look at it. Pretty good, right?
Not bad for
Pretty good.
Not bad for a punk.
Not bad for a trainer. Fitness
guy. Fitness guy, exactly. Yeah.
That's my thing is, people are like, oh, you're a bodybuilder. Huh? I competed in 1995, what? 3 shows, but you're a bodybuilder forever.
My God, that's almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? For that 27.
I was going to give you a metaphor analogy, but about a bridge builder and everything. But I won't.
Save us.
Yes.
No, it's,
Whoa.
listen, it's,
Okay.
everyone always wants to point the finger and
2, 3, 4, 5.
keep coming.
10.
Yeah. Frankly, I like breaking it down that way now. It's like, you start breaking down the reps a little bit differently. Start playing that mind game.
20.
10 more, son.
2. I gotta beat him.
I'll do them.
Rah, 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 rah. Just when you're singing with your band, we come up, grab the mic stand.
I was laughing the other day. I had a collab go on with one of the publications, and they put up a post and they asked to just go in and try and answer some questions. And most of the time it's positive, but every once in a while you get like the training police, and you know my background. I've worked with physical therapists for 25 years of my life. I understand how the body moves, and I understand what's good and what's not good. So one guy turns around and is looking at us using an arm blaster, which I never use, but a buddy of mine brought it by. We're like, hey, let's throw it in.
It's a different variation.
It's a different variation. Fine, pulls the shoulders forward a little bit, whatever. It is what it is. We weren't going heavy. We went up to like 40, 45 pounds on the dumbbells. It felt good. Immediately, I go to the thing, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, good luck with those shoulders.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I was just curious. I'm like, you know what? Who is this guy? And I go to his page. He was had some sort of a PT background. The guy fights MMA. Right? He trains MMA or PJ. Right. And I'm like, wait a second. Whose shoulders are being more compromised? Me for throwing in 3 sets of an arm blaster, or you getting locked into an arm bar every single day? It's comical to me. Like, stop commenting unless it's positive, right?
It's the majority of people that comment or leave negative comments. If you do go to their page, they're just trying to get attention.
Yeah,
they're trying to get people to answer them or join in with them. Some of them have limited amount of followers. Some of them just don't like.
Yeah, and I'm
like
at the point now where
I'm
honestly, like, I used to in the past, whatever it was, 10, 12 years ago,
yeah.
I would comment back, or, I don't even comment. I usually block or I just dismiss them because I don't have time for negative energy. What do you want to do you want to do a better one-on row?
Yeah, do a one-on row. I block them. I just don't even deal with it anymore.
Yeah, it's just really, if you want to be positive, you want to ask questions, you want to find out how do we get from point A to point B, or why are we doing it? How about ask that question? I'm just curious. Might not be the best thing for your shoulders. Why are you doing it?
Right.
And it was as simple of an answer. It's like, you know what? I haven't done one in probably 15, 20 years. It got dropped off to my house, and we just felt like having some fun. I'm not.
Also too, somewhere along the way, that device was approved for use, and people use it.
You used it, right?
Of course, I used to use the Joe Weider arm blaster.
I actually had, to be honest, I had a lot of fun with it. It was fun.
I used to use that and and the squeeze.
Oh, by the way, you know what I used the other day at Steve's that I like? That standing machine fly, that Lady Atlantis one?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I like the old school one where you're doing standing one.
Yeah.
And you got this is the new evolution.
Very, very cool. Are we doing one arm or two?
Because I hurt my back, I will train unilaterally today. So this
Very
is
simple. I like it.
yes. We'll do that. That's it. Come on.
It's funny because sometimes I sit, sometimes I stand.
Like church? Do you see how weights in church are very similar? There. Come on. Let's go. Do it. There you go. I like the smoothness of this hammer strength machine.
I would say
Great job.
someone's asking what machine is this? I've never seen it.
Hammer strength. It'd be what's it called? The isolateral row. The isolateral row. What's funny about this machine is this is one of those machines that actually haven't evolved much in the last 30 to 40 years. Like
This is a plate-loaded hammer. The hamstring curl.
yeah,
You see the hamstring curl.
this hasn't evolved much, and it's because it's that good. But it's interesting. It's when I don't have access. I mean, this is my gym, so I always have access to this. But when I'm traveling, and a lot of times we're doing dumbbell rows, it's fun to get on here. And I'll be the first to admit there was a time in my career where it was like, all right, machines early on were good, and then there was a time where like it was frowned upon in the strength and conditioning world.
Oh, yeah.
I could not have been any more wrong about it. Machines are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
We're still free weight people, but once you I like getting that free weight lift in, and then after that, your body's taxed. You don't need all that stability. Let's go work on hypertrophy, and it works.
There was only maybe five, I would say, machines we used back in the day.
Quarters?
Pec deck, right?
Yeah.
Line leg curl extension. Those were the three right there. And the pull-down machines.
But
Other than that,
you know what's kind of funny? So when I was training with Arash, I went and I got a DEXA scan. And the one thing I did differently with him was we trained a lot of machines because he was having Lyme disease, his back issues. So we got on a lot of machines, which forced my reps to be higher. When I went back in for the DEXA scan, the one thing that they found that the biggest change was my lower body, the amount of muscle I put on my lower body. I think I've got the DEXA, I think I put on between like 6 and 8 pounds of muscle in like the year. It was something extraordinary. And it was like 3 pounds each leg. It was incredible, and I really attest that to the fact that, you know, I like powerlifting and I like going heavy, and that's gonna help.
Yeah.
But getting on that machine and doing it guided once you're fatigued and really allowing a lot of blood to get in there, I mean, it was wild. I was like, no way, this is crazy. You know, you always learn something new.
I've seen guys with the biggest legs, like huge, and doing 30, 40 pound leg extensions, not going any heavier, just doing reps. So, you know, like it was, people were trolls. How do you know? You don't know what works.
Yeah.
Like individual people too. But yeah, I think it's good to switch it up. Variety. I don't like workout snobs that say one thing is better than the other. Definitely not. I always remember, like, you know, even in hot yoga, I was talking to a teacher yesterday, and he's like, you can never judge a book by its cover. When I went in there, there was a woman, she's probably 80 pounds overweight, and she was doing things that I couldn't do. You know?
Amazing. It's amazing.
But then I respected her. I was like, oh, that's really good. And she's like, this is a lot harder than lifting weights, isn't it? I was like, well,
not really.
I said, well, if you squatted 225 at 105-degree heat,
Yeah.
I said, you know, pretty much.
I hate when people say that as in like they gotta downplay things.
Yeah.
It's not harder, it's more different. And I think that's take her and throw her in the gym.
Oh yeah.
And have her do a set of hack squats to failure. You know, or you know, something that's gonna be really debilitating. And let's see.
Yeah,
you know, when she hits rep number 10, when you say, no, you got 8 more or 10 more, let's see how she handles that. A lot of people can't handle that from a mental standpoint. They break down. And I'll see it when I've coached people. Listen, I've coached over 4,000 1-hour sessions in my life, and you would see it on a squat depth. As things get heavier, people get more shallow and more shallow. They almost get a bit afraid. Let the plate up.
Yeah.
They almost get a bit afraid, and that's okay. I mean, we're not all afraid of everything, but you know, it's also understanding that this stuff gets hard.
100%. What do you got?
Yeah, it's
Right.
not like,
Well,
don't expect this to be easy all the time.
it's different. Like you can take Usain Bolt, fastest man alive. Put a pair of ice skates on him and put him on the hockey. It's different. It's completely different. You know?
Change a little bit. I totally agree.
Or you know, how would Derek Jeter do is playing football? It's like it's different. Muscles different. You know.
Totally agree.
Come on. Piece of cake. Good extension. John's got a little bit of a slice in the bicep there. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Good range of motion. Got one leg staggered. Nice.
I like it. I get good leverage here. I feel like I get good lat engagement.
And you know what? I never switched each set with alternating arms. It's so funny. Some people switch right to left, left to right.
Yeah.
And it's like I never do it. Creature habit.
Someone asked, how do you gain upper back muscles?
By lifting weights that are challenging on a consistent basis with good nutrition and a good mental attitude.
Yeah, he's right. It's also learning how to create tension. Like Frank's goal right now is not to rush through 10 reps or 12 reps. Frank's goal right now is to make this. And what he's thinking right now, guys, how do I make each pull as difficult as possible? He's thinking about trying to create as much tension in this lat as possible. So every time he's trying to squeeze, as if I was trying to stab him with a knife. Literally, he's trying to force that off. And that's part of the game. It's not about rushing to 10 reps. It's 1 rep at a time, or 12 reps, or 15 reps.
And what's heavy for me is light for someone else, or heavy for someone else. It's all relative.
Yeah, it's all.
I can find some trial and error what works for you. But just make sure that you do a full rep. Because this is notorious. Best in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not getting anything but an ego boost.
And you'll find too, guys, you will get stronger, right? If your form is clean and you build hypertrophy, and you develop that muscle endurance, you're gonna get stronger. You want to put a quarter up?
Yeah, definitely.
Someone asked, what machine is good for a squat?
A machine in place of a squat.
Yeah, maybe.
I think if you're in place of a free squat, I like a hack squat. You know, or I like these pendulum squats. Like Steve has a few of those.
A goblet squat.
Goblets, where you have, not a machine, but like still goblets. What Frank just said, that's probably one of my favorite squat variations.
Split squat. Also, did
the rear foot elevated.
Yeah, love that as well. So many variations.
Yeah, guys.
Actually, you know, goblet's got a sumo squat with a kettlebell is also cool too.
There's a lot of variations for some people who have shoulder or back issues. I mean, that belt squat works pretty well.
And if you want to go to a machine, use a hack squat. I mean, if you want to work your legs, a hack squat's good. Smith machine squat, keep you locked in.
That hack squat at Bev's, the Nebula one, the one next to it, it's incredible.
It's great.
You can't cheat that, guys.
No.
You got to get down. You got to get up with the weight.
It's amazing.
It really is.
I love that. But yeah, there's so many variations of squats that you can do. But if you have any sort of, you know, you can do a whole workout based on variation squats. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you warm up. Come on. Piece of cake. Come on down. You got it. Nice.
We could do that workout one day.
The
The
squat,
squat variation workout. Split squat. You could do trap bar deadlift, like all these things that actually will hit the lower body.
Dude, 3 sets of 10 different squats. You 30 sets. Come on. Nice. Oh, perfect. 5. Yeah. Yeah. I think you should vary it anyway. I think, what's his name? My friend Corey G Fitness was doing squats. I had a program where he's doing squats every day. Some sort of variation of squats every day. It's like a challenge of some sort.
Yeah, it's like 30 days of squatting.
Yeah.
It's funny, guys. You can train more frequently if you back off the intensity and volume, right? Like,
You know,
you can.
ignorance is bliss sometimes, because when I didn't know anything at all, and I was a teenager, I did chest and arms pretty much for 2 hours every other day.
Yeah.
And all I got was gains. So you never know, you know.
Proof's in the pudding, man.
Yeah.
It really is. It's. Attaboy.
Someone else said that they have hip flexors soreness during a squat after a few reps.
Yeah, I can help with this. The hip flexor meaning in here, when you're squatting, you feel really restricted. And a lot of times that comes down to the glutes not being strong. There's something called reciprocal inhibition. I use a fancier word I used earlier with Frank. As we strengthen this area, you're going to loosen your hip side. We see a lot of runners who get on the treadmill because it's forcing their leg back and it's putting them into extension, which is, really putting that front hip into kind of a traumatic position. So you'll find as you start doing glute bridges or the plate loaded, glute drive or RDLs, a lot of hip mobility, this will start releasing and you'll start feeling like your squat becomes more free. That's another reason why I don't like training abs a lot. For years you probably did the same. You're going up these big ab workouts and then you wake up the next day, your hip flexors are sore.
Yeah.
So I would not put so much value, like ab work, you can do direct ab work once, twice a week, I'm fine with that, but don't overdo it. Remember, there's a cost of doing business. Get those glutes strong, work on hip mobility, and that will go away. I used to have the same problem 15 years ago. I could not do a squat set without feeling it in my hips, and now my hips are like in the best shape they've ever been in because I put all that value in the things I'm discussing.
So you're talking about your glutes. So one thing that I do, and my hip flexors, glutes got a lot stronger, was holding specific stretches for 60 seconds or more. So just making sure that your legs are locked and you're flexing your glutes at the same time, and then going into certain yoga poses where you bring up your foot and you're making sure that this is locked out. Game changer.
Yeah, game changer.
Every time before legs, I'll try to open up my hips, just simple stretches and what have you, but abs, he's right, 100%. We did those ab workouts, sore for like 2 weeks.
So great ab workouts. I was sore for a week. It was crazy. And I did 5 sets of abs on Saturday, and ironically, my abs are still, thank you. My abs are still really sore now. So, I never like to, Frank, you've had some of the best workouts you ever had, and you probably recovered really well, and I'm sure vice versa, right? So I never like to determine soreness as
it's an indication of a good workout, but it's like, you never know too. Sometimes, like I went to the batting cage a couple of weeks ago, and my core was killing me. Yet, I've had like 45-minute ab workouts, just different muscles, different muscles. But it wasn't an indication of like, wow, it was the best workout I've ever had.
I also, a few weeks ago, it was like, probably about 2 months ago, I came in for a leg workout. It was a leg workout. I was fried.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't back squat today. I did a lot of unilateral work. I did pistols. I did one-legged RDLs. I did all these like out-of-the-box movements. And I was like, at the end, I was like, all right, that's all right. Dude, the next day I couldn't walk. It's literally like fried. And you're just like, all right, like, it's just different.
Like when we did legs last week, when we did that leg workout in the backyard, my hips and my core were
you felt it in my upper back.
There we go. Come on. Breathe. You got this. Go. Nice. Cool. Excellent. Come on. Elbow back. Good. Nice. Perfect. Take a second. Breathe. Take a 6-second breath. You got it. Nice and smooth. Smooth like the other side of the pillow. Pull it. Yeah. Nice.
How about a simple, how do I learn to do a push-up?
Ooh, I like this one. How do you learn how to do a push-up?
How do I learn to do a push-up?
I just spoke about this morning.
Really?
Literally. Push-ups are something you have to practice. Push-ups are body weight movements. If you're not good at the push-up, then you need to be doing push-ups every day. So let's say this. Let's say you can only do 2 or 3 push-ups. I would turn around and I would have you do 5 sets of 1 every day. That's 5 push-ups a day, 7 days a week, 35 push-ups. Next week, 5 sets of 2.
Yeah.
You know, and then we suddenly start adding this into our training diet. If you add this in 5, 6 days a week, I was experiencing at 7. But if you add even like the pull-up, you want to get better at these calisthenic type exercises, body weight exercises, you got to practice it.
You wouldn't like put a bed of nails over it and go.
That is actually helpful. It's actually, I might incorporate that in my next video, but even doing it off an elevation, like coming to a bench, right? Like doing it off of here. I've had people who can't do them off walls, you get them doing it off
That's what I
walls.
was gonna say. What I tell people is the first thing that they do is in between, if they're newbies, in between chest exercise like bench press, they're on bench or wall and just kind of practice the range of motion and squeeze and what have you.
It doesn't always have to be like this failure approach, and it doesn't always have to be, oh, I'm going to do that on my chest day, my
People
shoulders.
that say they do 200 push-ups and dirt,
Yeah, it's. 6, 8, 9, 10. Good set, come on.
12. This arm's still screwed up. Ooh.
You still feel it? You still feel kind of weak on him?
Yeah.
He tore his bicep years ago,
Oh, that's right.
That's this arm.
Oh, for the shoulder.
You guys got tips for reducing muscle soreness?
Rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Yeah. You know what? Massage, cold plunges, infrared saunas, hot cold contrast showers, massage gun, stretching, meditation, protein, muscle building blocks.
Sleep.
The best recovery modality. And it's free.
Sleep.
And it's free.
Think about that. I just watched a video of Chris Bumstead.
What about?
He had an infrared sauna and a plunge cold pool. So you go in from one and then the other.
Yeah. Amazing. By the way, the infrareds, the 5-minute infrared outdoor sauna and cold plunges will probably be in the next 2 months. They just got delivered.
Oh,
I
here?
gotta wait for my landscape to go in. We're gonna be able to.
Oh, that's going to be a good
It'll be
time.
great. After work, things turn on, going for 20 minutes. It's magic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Are you going to put some greenery around it?
I am. That's why we have to wait. We have to. We have our yard being put in. Like probably they're starting next week.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be good. What are you feeling? Down here, upstairs,
Maybe we should stay down here, right?
and do maybe like a bed row or like.
Yeah, if you want to do a Dorian Yates reverse bed row.
Reverse grip, yeah.
That was called the Dorian Yates reverse bed row because
Yeah.
This
We actually, you know what? Let's use this.
it's like King Arthur's sword.
Yeah, no, we want to get this is.
Rob, how's the back look?
The back looking great.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Starting the sleeveless classic.
The sleeveless classic. Well, May 28th, Hop Hop, we have the Long Island Classic, like you can see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Reverse grip.
Yeah. I'll see how my arm feels on this. Like I said, every day is different. Ego out the window. If it hurts, I move on. There we go. Like it. Nice. So it's so funny how my form has changed over the years of this exercise.
How so?
So when I was, at the peak of my strength, I'd have 405 on here, right? And I would take the bar, and the bar would always start from the ground. And then I would come here, and I would be more flat,
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
until I actually got smart
Yeah.
and started, just your butt back, hamstrings a little, and better range of motion. But I used to take it off the floor like a deadlift.
Good.
He go, I go.
Yeah, you want to add? You want to say?
You want to go quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
You go, I go, she go.
quarter. So he go right there. So this week we have a lot of the next month. We have an amazing amount of people that will be training. You'll be gone for 2 weeks, right?
I'll be gone for about a week and a half.
Okay.
Who are you working with?
So we have members of the New York City Fire Department.
Awesome.
We have some Army veterans.
Awesome.
We have Sadiq Hazavek. He'll be doing stuff. We have a couple of top female trainers, which we'll be discussing later.
Trainers or competitors?
Trainers. A couple of new trainers in Manhattan. We're full schedule. A couple of NFL players. A lot, yeah. So.
Anyone I know in Manhattan? I'm just curious. You know any?
Yeah. I'll tell you off there. We'll just keep off there. Nobody you hate.
I like everyone. Pretty much. It's a lot, but I get along pretty much.
I think the guy that told you why using an arm blaster.
Yep.
He's training with us. Go on. Nice. Hup. Hup. Good form. Hup. Hup. Nice. See, my favorite workouts are with Don. So, a lot of the times, I'm not going to be training with people. I'm just going to be, talking through the key points and such. And how to answer. Good answer. Well, one of my favorite workouts was when I worked on ESPN. I did the NFL workout.
Oh, that's fun.
And I think I told you this story. So John Edward, the psychic, told me, love you, John. He said, Frank, be weary of your foot and something with a boat. So my brother calls me up. He goes, Frank, want to go on my boat? I'm like, I can't. He goes, why? John Edward. He goes, oh, come on, bro. He's like, give me a break. I said, all right, I'm not. I believe in John. I go. I went to Chelsea Piers. I was hosting for ESPN NFL workout. I'm supposed to go out, catch a pass off an NFL linebacker. Cool. Quarterback gets it. Go out. I have long arms. Catch it. And of course, I celebrate like a jerk. The next time I go out, I bust out a move. He goes, and stops on the top of my foot and breaks the top of my foot. So John goes, what happened to your foot? I said, broke it. He goes, where? Chelsea. So he goes, I told you to stay away from the boats because your foot. So then I talked to Jumbo. I was training Jumbo Elliott, the jet guy. He's a monster. And I go, yeah, man, I went out. Guy stepped on my foot by accident. He goes, jerk. He goes, that's how linebackers cover. He goes, cover people in the NFL. They slam you in the top of the foot to slow you down. So that's what you get for showboating.
Come on. Come on. Keep it up.
Had a little longer rest, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Stay or go?
Stay, right?
Yeah, that's good. You read my mind.
Yeah.
My
My
bicep
bicep
is
is in,
Let's get no reps.
it's in no shape or form. But it's fun. Like I had a ball training, like the NFL guy, 6'7".
How long has Jumbo been out of the league? 25 years? 20 years? Something like that?
Yeah, he owned the Dunkin' Donuts. But I used to laugh because a lot of them couldn't bench over 400 pounds.
He could though, right? He was strong, right?
Yeah, he could do over 4, yeah. It's just long arms,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, those guys are far more strong now. Oh yeah. Here we go. Nice. Perfect. See that? It's all about getting that elbow back, that contraction. Squeezing that middle back. Yes.
What's up, Brazil? Shout out from Brazil.
Love
Brazil!
What's going on?
Man. What? Brazil!
I would go from training one of those guys, like a football player, 6'7", to go into Manhattan to train some Broadway actor who couldn't fit into his costume. And it was like NFL players totally engaged, and then you're babysitting someone for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you get yelled at, why isn't he in shape?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a
Miracle worker. Yeah.
You know?
It's part of it all. You gotta accept responsibility for your behavior and your commitment to all this, right? It's like everyone's always expected to be saved or be fixed. And at the end of the day, you've got to commit to something for a period of time. You can't turn around and 3 days into counting macros say, oh, this doesn't work for me, let me move on. No, that's bullshit. Yeah.
Don could give me the best
program
in the world. Is that what it's? He gave me the best program in the world. And if you're not properly motivated and do that program on a consistent basis, it's not going to work.
It doesn't work.
Forget it. Stop looking for the next trend. Stop looking for this influence. He has 10 million followers, so he must be a good trainer. And get to work.
Yeah, it's differentiate between the coach and the influencer. There's a difference there. There's someone who's putting up, they got a great physique and they're putting up stuff on their self, and it might work. It might actually work, but they're still not a coach, right? That's just something you gotta think about a bit.
Here we go. Pump it up. Up. There you go. Nice. You got it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Good set. Perfect form.
These are a lost art, man.
Yeah, I used to love these.
Yeah, I haven't done these much.
A good pump on these.
Oh man.
Rob's being awfully quiet today.
I'm just trying to field questions. Not yet.
Come on. That was 4 total. You want to do more?
Yes.
Yeah.
One more. That's gonna get a t-shirt that says one more. One more. One more.
Ooh, it's funny, but these volume sets I like around 5, I like just building some consistency and getting some. I feel like when your training ages up, you need that volume a little bit, it's helpful.
I'm from the old school of 5 sets and everything, especially chest. It was
I'm on 5.
flat, incline,
Decline.
fly. 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. 5 sets.
Yeah.
So,
Nice
what did you do
pyramid.
for 5?
That was like the old school Arnold pyramid thing. I used to do that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Did it for 20 years.
Yeah. No, it works. It's fun.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Crazy. All right, here we go. Last one.
Come on. You got this. Oof. How about it? Come on. You got it. Oh. Hi. Hey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah! You got it. See these down shoes, size 14, going to the Smithsonian Trainer Institute. I think you gotta spice those up a little. Let's get one of those bedazzling machines.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Last one for you.
Okay.
Come on, cuz. Alright, let's do it. Come on. Come on.
Yes! Woo! Sore arm, sore neck. I'm still in the game.
So far, so good. We're 15 sets in.
Where would you like for 25?
Right in the middle. Yeah. Thank you for asking me.
Oh, I dropped my plastic mint.
No, don't worry about that. All right, so we got wide pull down, 1 arm row, bent row. I mean, that's checking a lot of boxes right there. We could do a one arm pull down. We could do a straight arm pull down.
I feel as though
What are you feeling?
we should do another pull down because we did 2 rows. 2
We
pull
could do a
downs.
hammer machine right there from here.
Let's do
You
that.
see this here? This
Yep.
plate loaded? This is a great machine.
Love it.
I think we go with like a plate and a quarter or a plate to start. A good plate to start.
Yeah.
Throw one of those plates that you have there if you don't mind. Thank you, Sonny.
You notice how I use one arm?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
This is a great machine.
Oh, sir, how do I lose weight? Put your weight to work. That's how you lose
I
weight.
never understood that, by the way. I don't, just probably because I own a gym so many years, but put your weights away.
It's like,
Oh yeah, don't even.
Yeah.
well, it's like dealing with kids who are 25 living with their parents and their mom's still making their bed and feeding them and cleaning their room, so they don't know any better. Put your weights away. Come on. Let's go. Nice. See, again, I like this unilateral change of pace.
An overhand, now we're kind of supinated, palms up.
Love it. There's always a method to the madness. It's not thrown out, but you know, once it plays out, it becomes a perfect plan. Perfect storm.
Good.
I'm like,
Nice.
ooh, I felt good. So, woo! Talk about this challenge you had. How many people on?
Oh my God, you're close to 1,000 people on.
Yeah.
And 334 new people. And
From all over the world,
all
right?
over the world. And I literally coach all these people daily. Anyone who asks me a question, my
Yeah.
policy is I answer them that day.
Wow.
So there's not, out of 1,000 people asking, I will be up for 8 hours answering questions. But you get an answer from me through the comment section of the video.
It's 4 weeks, right?
4 weeks, yeah.
When's the next one?
May.
May?
I do one every month. I take 3 weeks off a year because of the long months, you know.
Yep.
Sometimes there's like a 5th week and that, you know, then we don't have.
You sign up on Saladino.com.
.com.
How much does it cost?
It's $100,
Great.
but you get your full program, your nutrition guide, and you get daily coaching with me. You get a weekly Zoom call. We bring on guest speakers every month. I gotta bring you on one month. You and I talked about this.
You know, it's funny because I don't know how many times I've seen people waste $100 on a trainer just for one session. So that's a bargain.
Yeah, it really is, and it's one of those things where if you're serious, it's here. If you're serious,
Oh, you got it? Oh, sorry.
if you're serious, you know, it's, you gotta prioritize things in life, right? It's one of those things where, you know, you can go out to one dinner a week,
Just gonna say the same thing.
and it's like, all right, it's like, you know, come on.
You know what? Once you see that you can scale back all your fast food stops and your junk food and your Starbucks,
Yeah.
that $100 will be
Goes a
there.
long way.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much you can
You
spend
spend,
for
of course.
stuff. And you just don't prioritize. If you're not happy with your fitness, why aren't you prioritizing that?
Right.
You know? Trying to get free workouts online sometimes, and you know, it's just not really the same.
Come on. I like the accountability. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
And I call people out, right? It's like,
Of course.
we have things called coaching moments
Come on.
where, you know, I'll turn around. So when people go, "Are you measuring macros?" I'm like, "Yeah, you had 4 cheats last week."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You got to clean it up a little bit. Like, you got to give me at least 2 weeks on the program where you can show me a level of consistency, show yourself and learn from it." Think about through your consistency in life and training, how much did you learn from that? If you were always mixing it up, you wouldn't know.
Yep.
You wouldn't with your eating, right?
I trained this, back in the day, I trained this woman at Beth Francis gym. And she came to me, she's like, "I don't know why I'm not making any improvements at all." I'm like, "Well, write down what you eat, you know, figure out everything, you know." So she says, "Write it down. This is what I'm eating. This is how I'm training." It's just not working. So you kind of, as a trainer, you're like a little deflated at the time because I was young. And I was like, "Oh, I guess, you know, maybe I'm not, maybe, I don't know, what can I do?" There's a deli on the corner of the gym. So I walk to the gym and there's tables on the side. I look, here's this woman eating a roast beef hero with mayonnaise and a bag of celery, onion, potato chips with a Pepsi. And I was like, what a complete waste of time. Not just for me, but for her. So I was just like, you know what?
You know what sucks
Really
about that?
lying to yourself.
Because you're a good person, you wear that on your shirt, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was upsetting you. I've had people in the past who've done the same thing. And it sucks. It's like you just sit there and you think about it. You're like, how can I help them? What are they doing wrong?
So bad.
And they're not. And then you find out it's X, Y, and Z. And you're like, come on.
And then on the other hand, I had a girl come to me. She was anorexic, and she's like, "Can you help me?" And she wound up working for me, whatever. And she was 76 pounds. I got her up to 101, strongest girl, 101 pounds. And then I went on tour for Macy's, 40 cities, to do a fitness tour. And I gave it to a nutritionist. And the nutritionist said, "Why are you having these protein shakes? They're not healthy. Have a scooped out bagel with cream cheese."
Yeah.
6 weeks later, the girl's in the hospital. And her bones and the teeth start to disintegrate.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? We'll go like you can play down the ring. I got it. I'm good. Yeah, no, it's
What do we
it's
got?
It's funny. So I'm just saying, be true to yourself. When we shooting Metrics 180, we had cameras. We had 90 people over 90 days. So many great changes in before and after pictures. We had cameras in the suite where we're interviewing people. Guy came in, took something off the craft services, ate it. I interviewed him, I saw him on camera. Sitting on my, when's the last time you cheated? He goes, "Frank, I swear, I haven't cheated on my diet since day one." I'm like, "I just saw you eat a muffin."
what do you say?
"Oh, well, I thought you meant up until this morning." I was like, "All right, well, whatever." So obviously you still make gains, but you're only lying to yourself.
Yeah. When you want to get, and no one knows this better than you, but when you want to get cover ready, like you pretty much made a career on, it's a lot of dedication. Most don't want to put into it.
No, it's, like
that's okay.
Your goal, my goal has always been, and I'll tell you right now, it's your own, to get to your own level, you want to get to a certain level, but it's also embarrassment. Because if you're standing in front of 8 camera people and the makeup people and other people, and you're getting your picture taken for a cover, you want to be in the best shape you possibly can. 100%. And then because everybody in the industry too is looking at you, and you also want to
Represent.
you want to represent, but you also want to inspire other people too. And if you're not at your best, how are you supposed to tell other people to be at their best? Come on. Nice. Ooh.
We got some hellos from France and the Netherlands and Indonesia.
Ooh.
Coming from all over.
The melting pot.
Join Don's challenge in May.
Join us in Sleeveless.
Yes.
Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Muscle and Fitness.
Guys, join us Sleeveless. You know what it is about this? We're not selling anything, right? We're just here. Frank and I are here because we're training. We like to coach. We like to help and answer questions. So I think at the very least, even if it's not in your budget, just hop on here once a week.
Yeah.
Ask questions and get better. And that's a gift to us. I mean, that's something that we love.
Absolutely.
We've been getting some good questions too.
Yeah. Positive questions.
Hello from Germany. What's going on, Germany? Don's going to be there in June. And New Zealand. All right.
I hear it's beautiful.
What we do in the shadows?
High food quality.
Right.
Costa Rica. Awesome.
Recorder up?
Yes.
Don, you were in Costa Rica, right, last year?
No Sara.
Zip line.
Yeah, no Sara.
That's right.
Hey, Bulgaria. Blagodaria.
Bulgaria. Here we go. One more. Another set. Can't do too many. Let's go. Nice. Cool. Who? Come on. Nice. Excellent. Come on. Pull. You got it. Nice. There. Come on, go. Nice.
Let's see. Don, you're visiting Germany in June, right? You said? June.
I think I'm there the 14th.
Perfect.
We'll be at the local pub.
Yeah, I'm going to have some good German beer when I'm there.
Eating a Venus schnitzel.
All right.
You got it. Good.
Where we coming from?
You got it.
There we go.
Heavy, man.
Good.
That one got heavy.
Good show.
Hello, Mexico.
Hello, Mexico.
Hello,
One
UK.
of my favorite spots, Mauricio El Bonita. La Bonita. Mauricio La Bonita.
Nice, La Bonita, like Bonita.
52 suites. Beautiful place. I went there for vacation. One of the nicest places.
What else we got?
Amazing.
UK. All right, what's up, UK?
Come on, man. Get it.
Dorian Yates, Ernie Taylor.
Ernie Taylor or Vince Taylor? Who?
Ernie.
Which one's that?
Survived another in the mid-90s, late 90s.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
Huge tricep.
I remember him.
Nice.
I remember him. I was thinking Vince Taylor.
Yeah, he's one of the best. Vince Taylor.
What's
Great.
going on?
Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Boston? More Netherlands. Romania. Another
Romania.
one. Another one I've been to.
Have you been to Romania?
Yep, I was in Bulgaria and Romania for about
One of my favorite places.
3 weeks.
Japan.
I haven't been
Ooh.
there. Are we done or are we moving on? Are we staying here?
Let's do a rep out set.
Let's do it.
Let's do a rep out set. Japan, one of my faves.
Japan.
Japan. You know, since COVID, I used to travel.
Right outside.
Oh yeah, I used to travel every weekend for years. And for the last 2 years I haven't, which is odd.
Where'd you go in Japan?
Is that late? It was so funny. I was about 290. 290 when I went to Japan. It was crazy. I went there, I went to Spain. Japan was awesome, people were great. But I went to Spain, went to a fitness show. I opened up the door. First thing I see, smoke everywhere. Everybody was smoking. People are shredded. Everyone was smoking in this fitness center. I went to Spain, Italy, Germany. Like I did a thing and I came back, I did 40 cities for Macy's. I went all over the world. In the last 2 years I haven't done a lot.
Rep out set, you want one arm or two arm?
Let's do 2. I like that.
Go for 30 again?
Let's do it. Fast tempo. Who? Just shout out 10. Can't keep count with them. Come on. Come on, Don. 30 reps.
10.
Come on. You got it. Come on. Come on.
10.
This is when it starts to ache. Come on. You notice, see, I could pick up the little idiosyncrasies and things. His breathing pattern completely changed. He actually went to a impact. You know how people actually get heated and they start. Yeah. Don changed his, in the last 10, was actually a calmer breath. Calmer breath.
Yeah.
Calmer breath.
It was. It did.
Yep, because he's like, you get
Yeah.
into like that zen, and then he's kind of the zone.
What's going on in Arizona?
Arizona.
Maryland.
Best.
Texas. Getting a lot of shout outs today. Everybody's from everywhere today.
I love the shout outs. We're going to keep shouting you
Yeah.
out. Keep shouting
What
you out.
body part do you want us to train?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
What
question.
body part do you want us to train?
We did legs last week, right? And then this week goes
Back
back.
this week.
What's up, Italy?
10.
Ciao, Italy.
Try to get a full range here. Elbows to the obliques. 20. Ten.
Woo.
Awesome.
What's up, Jasmine from South Africa? That's a new one. South Africa's a new one. All right, we got some people saying.
That's four movements so far, right? You want to go upstairs down the cable a little bit?
Yes, let's do that.
All right, let's see.
Let's do it.
All right, so far we got people saying legs again. Oh, triceps.
Triceps.
With what? Biceps?
Want us to do arms?
Triceps,
Legs.
legs, triceps.
Yeah.
Triceps
I like
would be good.
What about abs?
Well,
So we did, let's recap this workout. We did 4 back movements so far. We did 2 rows, 2 pull downs. Now we're gonna go upstairs in the barn, do a finishing movement, a little 5 roll total.
We pretty much have done 2 rows and 2 pull downs.
Ready?
Yeah.
Get your
Okay.
water, get your popcorn.
All right. Any advice if you're for a teenage girl who's starting to train?
Sure, I got lots of advice. Frank, you want me to go or you want to take it?
That's an easy one. I'll give you some bullet points.
Perfect.
Yeah. You're starting out on a new program. Be consistent. Start slow. Don't compete against anybody but yourself. Make sure your nutrition is sound because you can't out-train a horrible diet. Make sure your diet works. Make sure your training program works for what your weaknesses are and what you want to accomplish. Write down your short-term goals. Write a long-term goal down. Keep records. Motivate yourself. Take pictures. Keep them to yourself before pictures. Then take, weekly pictures of yourself, measurements, just to get you motivated. Because almost like a forensic accountant, you want to go back and maybe tweak something if it wasn't working. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
And
Straight on the road.
oop, there you go.
Your call. Thanks for the call.
We'll go high here.
Wow.
I don't mind even like
Oh, an easy bar? Yeah, let's do that.
Let's try that. Could be fun.
Lots of toys.
I think and then we talked about this a few times, but is there a difference between male training versus female training?
Obviously the goal has something to do with everything, right? But I think the biggest issue with the females that I've worked with is that a lot of them get nervous about putting on too much muscle and putting on size. Where the reality is if they almost approach their training to develop muscle or hypertrophy and get stronger and do the same movements that Frank and I do, they'll probably end up achieving the body that they want. Because if you put muscle on, your body's gonna become more of a fat burning furnace. You're gonna rest, you're gonna raise the amount of calories you're burning, fat calories you're burning at rest. And so a lot of people are saying, I'm gonna do cardio. Cardio is the side dish, resistance training is the entree. Remember that, it's a very good point.
Focus more on what you want to accomplish than whether it's male, female, whatever it may be. Really put a program together that's going to work for you. So, target what you want. So, if you have, obviously, people have different issues. So, if you have naturally giant legs, right? Or you have a bigger, you have to tailor your workout to yourself. You have to personalize it. Oh no. Nice. So many variations of this too. I like this one. This is good. It's a good finishing move. I never used to do these up until about maybe 2 years ago. I started doing them. I was like, you know what? I need something different.
Yeah.
I was like, he's all right. Not bad. Good.
Laura says, I never set foot in a gym. I just do riding, swimming, and athletics.
Okay.
So, is that a question I missed the other question?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will pass that comment like they're doing something wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, what are we doing this for? We're doing this to feel good, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not into the gym or you're not obsessed with it, that's okay also. You can do other things to achieve a healthy lifestyle, right?
Stay active.
Stay active. So Frank and I just happen to love the gym. I love running. I love lifting. I love being athletic. It's very important to me. So
It's more important. What are you eating?
yeah.
Why are you doing this? Are you
What do you eat
eating
this
healthy?
morning? Do you eat Lucky Charms? Are you still good?
This morning, I had a Core Performance whey protein shake mixed with water, chocolate, and a cup of Rice Crisps with a teaspoon of almond butter. That was my breakfast.
Are you counting macros right now?
Never counted macros in my life.
Yeah.
I do. I know. I shouldn't say that. I've counted carbs or whatever. I'm around and about. I'm not exactly. I count macros, but I'm not 100% like, you know, if I cycle carbs or something.
Yeah.
I think you know your body by now.
Yeah.
If I lay off the nutter butter, peanut butter cookies at night, Johnny's got his carvel.
So I haven't had it in a while, actually.
The Rock had a funny post the other day.
What was it?
I can't pronounce. We don't curse on Muslim things, but it was like he was up in the middle of the night eating crumb cake. So he's like, this is my cheat meal on a Wednesday. Like, you know, it's like I'm doing too much of this or whatever. And the guy's shredded, you know.
Yeah.
He knows what he can eat.
And he'll trust me. Once he sees his body going south,
Yeah.
he'll get very motivated. You and I.
48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember trying to get ready for the Conan O'Brien show, and I just came off vacation, and I was like 10 pounds, and I had to be out in 48 hours. I had to take my shirt off and go on stage, and I was like, oh no. I lost 8 pounds in 2 days.
Yeah.
I was ready, so always stay within striking distance.
Someone asked if they can do a bench press with dumbbells if they don't have a bench press.
100%, yeah.
I love dumbbells.
Dumbbells, it's variation. Dumbbell presses are awesome. You get a good range of motion too with dumbbell presses. Just make sure that you know you have enough weights to challenge yourself. Like you don't have fives. You know?
Oh, they're saying they're at home. They don't have a bench at all. Like they
floor presses.
just do the floor press.
Yeah, I started
There
off.
you go.
Yeah, do floor presses, and we were talking about push-ups before too. There's a lot of body weight resistance exercise you can do. There's a ton of exercises you can do for your body without a bench with dumbbells. Curls, overhead presses, squats. I mean, endless bent rows. You pretty much train your whole body.
Feels good once in a while too. Like I find I'll do that stuff if I have travel and I don't have access to
do it in a hotel.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hotels.
I'm in Mexico for a retreat I'm hosting in July, and the island we're on does not have a weight room. So there's nothing you're gonna do, right? That's an opportunity for me to. I'll be sprinting a lot this summer and doing like short bursts and agility and.
Do you bring bands?
I'll bands. Yeah.
Bands, yeah.
Yeah, listen, tension's tension, right? I think.
Of course.
So like you can.
Well, it's funny with fitness and bodybuilding shows. Back in the day, they only had a couple of sets of dumbbells. Now, everybody brings bands. At the end of the show, there's a huge stack of bands. At the end of every show. It's funny, I'm like, wow, everybody's pumping up.
It was cool at the Olympia last year because when you go back, they did really upgrade equipment back there. Like you could get,
oh my God,
you
yeah.
could get like guys, you have no idea. You haven't been backstage at the Olympia. Frank and I were backstage.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally wanted to get a full workout in. I mean, they had everything. It was incredible.
Look at the videos on Mr. Olympia Instagram of Big Ramy pumping up backstage. Commercial grade equipment. Oh, wow. Ooh. Pumped. Got a good back pump. Pump it up.
How do you guys stay motivated?
Ooh. I don't know. Me? You know, it's not as much, for me, it's just, it's so part of me. Training and eating and fitness and stuff that I basically, it's just part of my life. I just do it without even thinking now. But what motivates me are opportunities that I have to work for or get into better shape too, I think at this point. So I'm always going to train, always going to be in good shape. But if something, like I have a big campaign I'm shooting in a couple of weeks. I have a new training system coming out. Like I know that I have to get into top shape. Not only for myself, but I want to motivate other people. So
Right.
yeah. I miss doing infomercials. Those are my favorite.
You used to do a lot of those, right?
I love it. Yeah, I used to create them. Like, you know, the 90-day programs with the training, nutrition, and all that stuff.
Kind of crazy because that was at the forefront of all this.
Yeah.
know? Like that was really like when things were, you look at it, that was like 20, 25 years ago, right?
No, that was 2012. I did it, 2012.
But you started way before that.
Yeah, but no, 2012 is when I had one of the biggest infomercials.
Well, when did you start doing it? I thought it was in the late 90s.
2000s. I started writing, books early 2000s, programs for books early 2000s, but same as you, putting programs together for magazines was a big
Yeah.
thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then the infomercials started mid-2000s, late 2000s. So that was like a big thing. And then home shopping that worked out. That was all late 2000s.
This is 5?
Yeah. Ooh. But yeah. Ooh. We want to play there a second. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. I was actually getting yelled at by people because they're like, how come you don't have a program? How come you don't have this?
Yeah.
How come you don't have this? And I'm like, okay. So I've been working the last 6 weeks. I think on Monday or Tuesday I'll be out. Come on. Come on, kid. Come on. Come on. Nice.
Someone's asking how to incorporate supplements. Oh, protein powder before or after a workout.
You? I'm both.
Man, you can do either or. I mean, if I'll do one or the other, right?
Yeah.
It's like very rarely will you see me do like protein shake before, protein shake after. It's just for the simple fact that like there's so many other nutrients I feel like we're not getting,
Yeah.
right? There's like micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, fiber, all the stuff that our body needs to be resilient. So this morning before hockey, I had a shake, but after hockey, I had a meal, right? And that meal consisted of protein, healthy fats, vegetables, and carbohydrates.
It was funny too because before I came in to train, because I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, I had a shake this morning.
Yeah.
I was hungry and I'm like, I'm not eating a protein bar. I said I had a pack of nuts, you know, almonds, cashews,
Yeah.
a couple of raisins or whatever. I came in and it's like 180 calories or whatever it was. But, you know,
Felt good.
nutrients in that I wouldn't get in.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
shit.
I prefer whole food, mostly salmon and turkey I eat.
I like using the shake either when it's least convenient,
Yeah.
right? Or in a situation like this morning where I didn't want to get up an hour before I had to leave or half hour, you know, sleep. You know, I was trying to get that was 5 there. We got 5 movements.
Yeah, good?
Yeah.
What's the time?
Right now it's 11:21, so we've been going for about an hour and 12.
Oh, wow. Did that feel like an hour?
That it did not feel like an hour and
I
12.
thought it was going to be like 45.
I thought it was gonna be 40
Did we do
minutes.
enough?
Yeah.
No, my back is pumped. Guys, let us know what you want to see next Tuesday.
I think we got arms and abs seem to be the
Check out the back.
request.
Arms and up.
Yeah.
What's that doing?
Arms and abs?
Yep.
We can do it every ab workout.
Well, you'll be back. You won't be here.
I'll be here next week.
Oh, you'll be here next
It's the
week.
following, it's that Thursday I leave.
Okay, cool.
That Thursday the 14th. My birthday's the 15th, that's what I remember.
How old?
45.
Okay.
Oh,
45 's
one last question. I think this is a good one. How much should you work out?
Ooh, that's relative. I mean,
Exactly.
if you're just starting out 3 to 4 times a week, maybe. Everyone's different. You got to see what your fitness level is to begin with, anyway. But someone like myself, I work out at least 6 days a week. But you know, I might be overtrained, might not. But for me, that works. But you'll see the most popular programs of 4 days a week.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah,
It's 4 days.
Mike Boyle always said the gold standard in strength and conditioning is 4 days.
Yeah. Usually it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend off. Right? That's usually the split. Yeah.
All
Cool.
right.
We love you.